My name is Jessica Slovenski, and this is my oral presentation about technology and how it has interfered with our lives. While technology has improved our lives in many ways, it has had a negative impact on our lives as well. We have become so dependent on this way of life that without it, most of us would be lost. For instance, the main device used in everyday tasks is the computer. To start with, there is the expense involved. For instance, the initial purchase, and that in itself, can cost you anywhere between a couple of $100s and thousands of dollars. Then there's the maintenance, to keep the device running. This includes what may seem like constant program updates, antivirus programs to try to protect your information, and upgrades to keep your system up to date. Along with these expenses may come the cost of repairs, which may include anything from normal wear and tear or damage to the lack of antivirus in place to protect your computer. Another example of how technology has interfered with our lives is the Internet. While the Internet is extremely helpful in acquiring information without even having to leave the building or even the room that you're sitting in now, it has made today's method of communication so impersonal. Face-to-face communication is now a thing of the past. Then there's the fact that the Internet has opened the door to much larger issues, including identity theft, viruses, and making it easy for criminals to find their next victim. Many of these criminals are sex offenders that use networking sites and the Internet to find these next victims. Children seem to fall prey to this much more than adults, as they are generally much more trusting of people. Although it is the parent's responsibility to monitor their child's computer usage, it does not change the fact that there are people out there abusing technology for their own heinous needs. As mentioned earlier, another crime people use the Internet for is identity theft. In just moments, someone somewhere else, anywhere in the world, can acquire your driver's license number, date of birth, address, home phone number, and even your social security number without your knowledge. And by the time you realize what has happened, the damage has already been done to your credit. Then there is the potential for viruses. Just by clicking on an unfamiliar website or opening an email on your computer, your device may be infected with a virus and aid this person in the identity theft and damage of your files and documents on your computer, and will eventually cause the computer to crash. Once the virus has done its damage and the computer crashes, you will then have to go through the process of getting the computer repaired, and unless you have the files backed up, you may never be able to recover them. The computer also requires the power source. Most computers use a battery, and eventually that battery will go dead, and if you have not saved your documents in time and do not get to plug the device in time, you may lose all this information and have to start over again. Technology has also had a negative impact on the availability of jobs. Computers have become more efficient, and in most cases, they are much more cost-effective than hiring a person to complete the duties of these jobs. And computers do not call in sick or need vacation time. My current job, for instance, greatly depends on the computer and Internet connection. If for any reason there is a power outage, the server is down, or the Internet is down, it renders me helpless in completing my daily tasks. Every aspect of my job requires the use of a computer, from submitting the consults for approval, completing the necessary logs, entering the appointments in the appropriate programs, and even scheduling these appointments and completing my monthly reports. These are just some of the reasons it is my opinion that while technology has many positive attributes, it has also interfered with our lives in so many ways. Thank you.